I'm just a little bit caught in the middle. Life is a maze and love is a riddle. I don't know where to go, can't do it alone. I've tried and I don't know why. Slow it down, make it stop, or else my heart is going to pop. 'Cause it's too much, yeah, it's a lot to be something I'm not. I'm full out of love, 'cause I just can't get enough. Yeah, I'm just a little bit caught in the middle. Life is a maze and love is a riddle. I don't know where to go, can't do it alone. I've tried and I don't know why. I'm just a little girl lost in the moment. I'm so scared, but I don't show it.
Hey guys, so it's been almost 2 months since I've been able to do an update. I'm sorry about that. I think about it all the time. I mean, seriously, all the time. I wanted to give you an update and let you know how little Miss Riley is and how I'm doing. But it is so hard just to find 30 minutes to myself to get the camera ready, to sit down, to make sure the house is quiet and that she's awake and not nursing. And yeah, just time management with 3 kids has been very difficult. So I'm just going to give a very general update, and if you have any specific questions whatsoever, feel free to ask me in the comments, and I'll be more than happy to reply back. Riley is going to be 3 months old next week on the 21st, and she's just the love of our lives. At our last checkup, I want to say she was 2 months old, or maybe a little over 2 months. She was 11 pounds 3 ounces. Yeah, 2 months old. She was 11 pounds 3 ounces. So gaining weight, very nice. She is a very happy, content baby. I think as happy as they come. Let's see. She nurses quite often throughout the day. She nurses about every hour, I would say. It's really hard to judge, really, because sometimes she'll go every hour, but then she'll take a 3-hour nap, and sometimes she will go 3 hours out nursing, and then she'll nurse every 40 minutes. So it's really hard to say, but I would say it on average about an hour. And then she's an awesome night sleeper, very, very great night sleeper. I've been laying her down around 9 o'clock at night, and ever since about 2 weeks, I've had to set my alarm to wake her up once a night so we can feed. And a lot of people would say, I wouldn't wake her up, but for supply purposes and like infection, clogged ducts / mastitis purposes, I'm okay with getting up once a night because, again, to go an hour throughout the day and then to not nurse for like 7 hours at night. In the beginning, I was having some oversupply issues and engorgement, so that was rough. But I think my body has definitely adjusted and knows, okay, we can go this amount of time. It's nighttime, so I don't wake up engorged or anything. But I don't mind waking up once a night with her. I feel like she's so little and she should eat then. But we nurse. We're usually up about 45 minutes, and then she goes right back down for me. And then I usually have to wake her up again when I'm getting my son ready for school, and I have to load him up in the car to drop him off at school. So let's see. She is. I'm sure most people think their kids are advanced, but I really feel like she's acted months above her age since she's been born. I don't remember ever really having to support her neck. She's been so strong since the beginning. Even her pediatrician, like every time we go, she, like the tech or even the doctor will go to like support her to sit like this, and they're like, oh, she doesn't need any help. Look at her. And she's always been like that, so strong. And then she loves when I put her on her legs now. Like she puts all her weight on it. Just loves to sit up and look around. And when I lay her on her back, or like kind of semi-reclining position, she just like strains forward with her abs and her neck muscle. Like she wants to sit up. She wants to see what is going on. Say, what are my brothers doing around the house? The boys absolutely adore her. It's been better than I could have ever expected. I thought that my 5-year-old would do really well because he seemed to be very excited throughout the pregnancy, and it seemed like he was taking on like this new role of I'm big brother and I need to take care of this baby. My 3-year-old, I mean, he's 3. I figured, he's going from being the baby of the family to a middle child. And, that's hard. So I didn't have high expectations for that. And that's been wonderful. I mean, he calls it his baby. He wants to show everybody that comes in the house, even if it's his papa or his nana who comes here all the time and knows we have a baby. Like, he's like, look, I have a baby. It came out of mommy's tummy. So I mean, he's very proud, and anytime she cries or fusses, he seems very concerned, and he says, Mom, give her your milk. So that makes me laugh that, the boys just know that any kind of problem can be resolved with breastfeeding, and it's so true. So the boys with her are just awesome. I haven't had, I haven't sensed any kind of jealousy, no, like, resentment with words like, I don't want the baby, or, you spend a lot of time with her. And I tell the boys all the time, I said, I'm sorry, Mommy spends a lot of time with her, holding her and feeding her, but she's little and she can't do these things like you guys can. She can't feed herself or do all that. And, I do tell them a lot that I'm sorry that I have to be with her quite often. But we try to find neat things to do with the boys individually to let them know that we love them and we're proud of them. And, of course, we haven't forgotten about them or anything like that. So it's really been great. I would say the hardest thing for sure is like what I mentioned at the beginning of the video, is just time management. I'm one person and now I'm dealing with 3 little mouths that need fed and 3 different personalities that need different things, and it's just, they're different individuals. So that's been hard, and getting out and about with 3 kids is very overwhelming still for me. We went to the grocery store today and I did it all by myself. But I try to make it in and out as fast as I can, mostly just because, like I said, she does nurse pretty often, and so certain places like the grocery store I don't want to sit and nurse in, so I try to get in and out of there. And continuing on with the breastfeeding thing, it's taken us some time to, I'd say, feel comfortable and get established. Everyone said, make it to 4 weeks. Make it to 4 weeks, and I promise it gets easier. Because if you've watched any of my prior videos, you are drooly, Mama. If you've watched any of my prior videos, you know that I breastfed my boys for like 2 to 3 weeks. Formula was introduced, bottles were introduced from like the beginning. And I just had like a really bad experience, really poor experience. A lot of pain, a lot of frustration, poor latches. So with this baby, with her, I was very determined. I don't like, not being able to put something that I put my mind to. I wanted natural labor. I do it natural labor. I want to cloth diaper. I'm going to cloth diaper. Like anything I want to do, I usually put mind to it and I achieve it. So to fail twice with breastfeeding was very frustrating for me. So I attended the Leche League meetings from when I was 20 weeks pregnant. I surrounded myself with support, and I was very determined. So back to the story. Everyone said, make it 4 weeks, and I promise it gets easier. Well, I can honestly tell you that I was in pain, crying, and ready to quit the second day of breastfeeding her. Like, it was like starting, it was just like how it was with the boys, which frustrated me more because I thought it was me different this time, and, more knowledge, more support. But it was the exact same. But I picked up the phone this time. I called my lactation consultant. My husband personally went and picked her up. What? Went and picked her up, brought her over, and she just grabbed my boob and said, try this position, try that position, apply the lanolin, and, just push forward. I promise it gets easier. And everybody is right because, like I said, she'll be 3 months old next week, and I don't even notice. I just put her on. I don't even really feel too much anymore. And, it's really, I'm very proud of myself. I'm very proud of myself. I stuck to it. It's a beautiful bonding experience. She has had 1 bottle just because I wanted to see if she would take one for, oh, no. What's the matter? What's the matter? Oh, my goodness. I just wanted to make sure that she would take one. My husband gave it to her, and she took it fine, so that makes me feel better. But other than that, it's just been me and her. We used to cover up until last week when we were out and about nursing in public, and then I guess I just became comfortable enough that now I don't use a cover. I've mastered being able to wear like a cami underneath any normal shirt, and then pull the shirt up, pull the shirt down. And I think it's more obvious to nurse with a cover than to just pull your shirt up and down and not use a cover, because I'm sure that it looks like I'm just holding her. So yeah, breastfeeding's going really great, and she is a very, very happy baby. Boys are doing great with her. I'm trying to think what else before she probably wants to nurse some more. As far as me, I would say that pretty much everything overall was much harder this time around for me. Recovering, emotionally, everything has been very hard from this time around, and I've never been one to bounce back very quickly after having my kids. I was fairly thin before I ever had children, in a flat stomach, and then I had my first baby, and the skin like stretched, and I got like a mommy tummy, which has never gone away. So I battle that each time, I'm pregnant, I feel beautiful, I've got this perfect round belly, and you have the excuse, and then, I have these babies, and my skin just gets gross again, and I try not to care, because obviously I wouldn't trade these 3, miracles for anything, and I would take, all the damage to my body that I could take to have them. But it's hard, I'm a young girl, and, I'm just not one to pop back and have that great stomach. So, it's like emotionally with that, it's been hard, and not being able to fit into, certain clothes yet. I still have to wear like the maternity pants because it's more comfortable, and then back to breastfeeding with all the layering of the shirts. I'm naturally a hot person. I've just been feeling very uncomfortable with how I have to dress, and I'm ready to, lose the weight. I gained 40, and all of my pregnancies are identical. I gained 40 with all of them, and I lose 20 like instantly. So I've lost 20 pounds that I've gained with her. I have 20 more to lose. And with the boys, like, it takes me like a year to where I'm happy again, like pre-pregnancy. So I know that I'll get there. And it just takes time. But again, it doesn't make it any easier when, you feel self-conscious, and I feel like my face is round still, and my arms are big, and so yeah, I'm not trying to be all feel sorry for me, but I'm just being honest with how I felt this time around. And again, the stress level of just adjusting from 2 to 3 kids has been hard. But this week, everything seems to just come together this week for whatever the reason. Yeah, so every time I look at her, I'm still so surprised that we had a girl. If you haven't watched the birth video of her, I'll try to put a link down below. And again, if you haven't been following my videos, we didn't know the gender of the baby, and she came out, and it was a girl. And yeah, I can't think of what else to tell you. I always have like this mental list of what I want to talk about, but when I go to record, it's never there. So again, if you have any questions whatsoever, feel free to ask me. And I'd like to do, more videos of like Riley's 3 months, and this is all about my 3-month-old, and Riley's 4 months, this is all about my 4-month-old. But again, it's just finding the time to sit down and edit and all that stuff. So I'll try to make videos when I can. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye.